Quick question. When was the last time you thought, oh, I'm so happy we have a CRM? It makes everything easier. Never? Yeah, thought so. Most business owners tells me that their CRM is like a second job. Today I'm going to show you why and what to do about it. Let's go. I'm Arno van Zyl and today we are talking about CRMs, Customer Relationship Management Systems. Here's what they promise. Track every customer interaction. Never lose a lead. Automate your sales process. Get insights with our powerful reports. Close more deals. Sounds amazing, right? Here's what actually happens. You spend 30 minutes a day updating fields. Your team complains about data entry. Half your custom fields are wrong or outdated or empty. Your pipelines don't match how you actually sell. Your reports takes hours to generate and nobody reads them. And somehow you still have to follow up with important clients. The CRM didn't make managing a customer relations any easier. It just added a layer of management on top of the relationship, and that's an electric belt. So today I'm going to show you the 3 hidden problems with CRMs, why they are electric belts, and what a redesigned customer management system actually looks like. Let's break it down. Problem 1 is the data entry overhead. You had a great sales call this morning. Potential client, good fit, super excited to work together. You hang up energized and then you remember, oh, I need to log this in the CRM. So you open your CRM and you spend the next 15 minutes creating a contact record, filling in the company details, selecting the industry from a drop down with like 47 options, choosing a deal size, setting up the pipeline stage that the customer potentially would fall in, tagging with custom fields, like is this warm or hot, writing detailed notes about the call, setting up a follow-up reminder, linking to related contacts, and then updating the opportunity value. 15 minutes for a 30-minute call. You spend half of the time that it took you to make the call just to document it. And here's the thing, most of the data never gets used. You filled out 12 fields and you will ever only reference 3 of them. This is electric belt thinking. The CRM exists because someone once thought, we need to track customer data. So they built a system that captures absolutely everything. But capturing everything means entering everything. But what if we asked, what do we actually need to know about this customer? Not what can we track, but what must we track to maintain the relationship? For most businesses, that's name and contact info, what they need, when to follow up, and the status of the relationship. That's it. 4 things, not 47 fields. But data entry is just problem 1. Let's talk about problem 2. Problem 2 is the complexity creep, and we all know that one. And if you use a CRM in a company for plenty of years, you would have noticed that. Here's what happens. You start with a simple CRM when you first set it up. Simple, clean, it works. Then someone says, can we add a field for industry? Cool. Sure. Easy. Then can we track referral sources? Yeah, of course. Let's do that. Then can we set up automated email sequences? Okay. Then can we integrate with our accounting software? I guess. Then can we create a customer dashboard for each team member? And suddenly, your CRM has 83 custom fields, 14 pipelines, 9 automated workflows of which 3 broke and no one knows why, and 23 custom reports that takes 10 minutes to load. And here's what nobody admits. You use maybe 10% of it, if you're realistic. The rest is just there, making everything slower and harder to navigate. This is what I call the complexity creep. Every feature seemed like a good idea at the time, but each feature adds another field to fill out, another decision to make, another thing to maintain, and another place where the data can go wrong. And the irony is the more complex a CRM gets, the less people use it. So they create workarounds. They keep client notes on their own little spreadsheet in Google, and they track follow-ups on their personal calendar, and they manage their relationships in their head and not in the CRM. The CRM was supposed to centralize everything. And instead, it's becoming something that people avoid because it's become way too complicated. And okay, this is now problem 3, and this one is the worst. Problem 3, the report trap. Someone in leadership says, we need better visibility into our pipeline. And you spend 2 hours building a custom report. It shows deals by stage, forecasted revenue, win rates by source, average deal size, and then days in pipeline. Beautiful, comprehensive, and data-driven. And you generate it every week. Then leadership looks at it for 30 seconds, says thanks, and then never acts on it. You're spending 2 hours a week creating a report that takes 30 seconds to read and leads to zero action. That's an electric belt. But here's the deeper problem. The report exists because someone thinks that they need visibility. But visibility isn't the same as insight. And insight isn't the same as action. What they actually need is tell me when something needs my attention. Not give me 47 data points so I can figure out by myself if something needs to happen or something needs my attention. Imagine if instead of a weekly report you had an alert that says 3 deals has been in the pipeline for 45 plus days. Here are the blockers. Do you want to intervene? That's useful. That drives action. But CRMs doesn't work that way. They built on the assumption that more data equals better decisions. So they give you dashboards, graphs, charts, reports, when what you actually need is, here's the one thing that matters right now. All right, 3 problems: data entry overhead, complexity creep, and the report trap. Now let's apply the electric belt test. Let's test your CRM with the 4 electric belt questions. Question 1. Are you trying to make your CRM faster with AI or automation? If you're looking at AI tools to autofill CRM fields or generate better reports, that's an electric belt alert. You're trying to make a broken system faster. The question isn't how do we enter data faster? The question is, do we need this data at all? And then question 2, if your CRM would disappear tomorrow, what would you actually lose? Be honest. Would you lose your customer contact information? That's in your email already. So the answer is no. Would you lose your pipeline? You know who's buying or not, so no. And then would you lose your reports? No one reads them anyway, so who cares? Most people realize that they would lose their system, but they would not lose their clients or customers, which means the CRM isn't managing relationships. It's managing the documentation of those relationships. And there's a big difference. So question 3, does your CRM exist because it's necessary or is just because that's how we've done it? And this is what businesses do. Again, be honest. Did you get a CRM because you genuinely need it, or some other blog somewhere for a business said this is what you need to scale, or this is what everyone else is doing, and that's why you got one? The truth is, for many small businesses, a CRM is what you think you need to look professional. But honestly, what you actually need is just a way to remember how to follow up with people. And that doesn't require Salesforce. Not just mentioning Salesforce, anything against them, they're really great, but it's not always necessary. And then question 4. If you were designing your customer management system from scratch with infinite AI capability, would you build a CRM? What would you build instead? Maybe a system that listens to your sales calls automatically and captures key information. That exists. An AI that monitors your emails and reminds you when someone needs a follow-up. That exists too. A dashboard that only shows what you need to do today. That exists as well. A simple database with just plain contact info and relationship status. That exists. That's very different from a traditional CRM. And guess what? You can build that today with AI with simple tools. And some of the stuff you don't even need to pay for. So if you answered electric belt alert to more than 2 of the questions, your CRM is probably an electric belt. Okay, so what do you actually do? 2 paths. One is simplify your current CRM. If you're keeping your CRM, strip it down. Delete every custom field that you don't at least reference once per week. Collapse your pipeline. You probably just need 1, not 5. And then turn off the automated workflows that isn't essential. And stop generating reports that no one acts on, and make data entry optional, not mandatory. You don't have to fill in all 47 fields. Get rid of the 47 fields in the first place. Treat your CRM like a phone book. Contact info, status, and notes when something important happens. That's it. And then path 2 is redesign it from scratch. What if you eliminate the CRM and redesign the process completely? Ask, what do I actually need to maintain the customer relationship? For most businesses, it's remember who my customers are, the contact database. Know what they need, so notes in the email or in a simple document. Follow up at the right time, calendar reminders or AI assistant. and track active deals. Simple spreadsheets or Trello board. You could replace your CRM with Google Contacts, that's free, syncs with your emails, a simple Notion database with minimal fields, which is also free up to a certain point, an AI assistant that monitors your inbox and reminds you to follow up. Google does that automatically anyway, and a Trello board for active deals. Old way is 30 minutes updating your CRM. New way is 5 minutes a day max. The key principle that I want you to remember is that the relationship exists in calls, emails, and conversations. The system just reminds you to remember to follow up. It doesn't need to capture everything, just enough. So when do you keep your CRM versus just eliminating it completely? Keep your CRM if you have a large team that needs shared visibility, you have very complex sales with multiple touch points and multiple shareholders, you're in a very regulated industry that requires audit trails, or your CRM is actually simple and people use it without complaints. Even then, simplify it. Most CRMs are pretty much 80% unused, but you eliminate or replace your CRM completely if you're a small team under 10 people. People avoid using it or create workarounds not to. You spend more time managing your CRM than what you do managing your customers, and most fields are empty or inaccurate, and your pipeline is really just talking interested or bought. For many small businesses, a CRM is an electric belt. It's what you think you need to be professional, but what you actually need is much simpler. Here's what I want you to do this week. Step 1, apply the electric belt test to your CRM. Answer those 4 questions honestly. Step 2, track how much time you spend inside your CRM each week. Data entry, report generation, cleaning up bad data, and then add it up. And then 3, ask yourself, is this time making me better at the relationship building or just making it better at data entry? If you realize your CRM is an electric belt and you need help redesigning it, book a free AI Power Hour. The link for that is in the description below. We'll walk through your customer management process and we'll find a simpler way for you. And if you want to identify other electric belts in your organization, download the electric belt assessment. The link for that is also below. Thanks for watching. Your CRM should serve you, not the other way around. If it's slowing you down, it's time to redesign. See you next week.